If you thought 2026 was finally going to be Sacramento's comeback year, rates dropping, homes flying off the shelf, bidding wars back, I'm gonna have to stop you right there because that's not what happened. Not even close. Buyers are actually pickier than they've ever been in years, and the negotiating table is officially back. Now, that sounds bad, but here's the thing. The market is quietly creating a real opportunity for buyers and a trap for sellers who price wrong. So stick around to the end because I'm gonna show you exactly which side you're on. So if you're new to the channel, I'm Brian and I live here in Sacramento, work here, and raise my family here. And before I go any further, let me tell you what this video is not. This video is not one of those "the crash is coming" videos. That's clickbait, and honestly, the data doesn't necessarily support it. What market we're actually in is what I call a selective market. And that's the phrase I want you to remember today because some homes are still selling fast and others, they're still sitting there. So let's talk about what's really happening out there, and I'm gonna keep it real with you. Buyers today are cautious, they're price sensitive, they're not jumping at the first house that they see like they were a couple years ago, and that means one big thing. Buyers have their negotiating power back. We're seeing price reductions, repair concessions that basically didn't exist in the last couple of years. Let me give you a real example. A home that's priced too high right now will just sit for weeks and sometimes months, and then the seller has to cut the price. Sometimes $30,000, $40,000, $50,000, where 2 years ago, that same house would have had 3 different offers at the end of the first weekend. And here's where the sellers are getting in a lot of trouble. If you overprice your home, you don't just sell slower, you train the buyer to lowball you. The longer the home sits, the less leverage you have, and that's the thing. Once you're chasing the market down, you're not in control of it anymore. Now, keeping it real, it doesn't mean every buyer in Sacramento is getting $50,000 off because that's not true either. And it doesn't mean that the sellers have no leverage. They absolutely do if the home is priced right and shows well. And that's the key. This is not a buyer's market across the board. It's a selective market. The homes that are priced correctly and in good condition, those are still moving really quickly and sometimes within the first weekend. But the homes that are overpriced or need work, that's where the seller can get stuck. So what's actually selling in Sacramento right now? Here's the 3 things to keep in mind. Number 1, a home that is well maintained, correctly priced. Move-in ready wins, and buyers today are not going to pay a premium for somebody else's to-do list. A buyer wants to purchase a home, not necessarily inherit the repair issues. Number 2, homes in proven neighborhoods. When a buyer actually knows exactly what they're getting, there's less back and forth and less friction. And number 3, homes where the seller is flexible, willing to cover closing costs or make repairs. Flexibility is basically the new curb appeal. And here's the flip side. If your home needs updating and you're pricing it like it's turnkey, that's when you could potentially get in trouble. Overpricing is the single most expensive mistake you can make in this market. So why did the buyers get picky all of a sudden? It comes down to one word: rates. Volatile mortgage rates here in Sacramento are the whole story, and every time rates tick up, the buyer pool shrinks. And the buyers who are left, they are choosy because here's the thing: a higher monthly payment means buyers demand more for their money. It's not that they don't want to buy, it's that they literally can't afford to overpay. So what does a picky buyer mean for you? Well, that really depends on which side of the table you're on. Now, real quick, before I get into the good news, if you're trying to figure out your own move in this market, make sure to reach out, drop a comment below, and I love to help however I can. And if this has been helpful so far, do me a favor and hit that like button and subscribe to the channel. It genuinely helps me reach more people. Now the part that you actually want to hear, the good news. And this is real, not me trying to make you feel better. If you're a qualified buyer, you have leverage you haven't had in years. Specifically, you can now negotiate on price, on closing cost credits, and on repairs in ways that simply weren't on the table a couple years ago. Think of it like this: 2 years ago, you were lucky to get even your offer accepted because of the multiple offer and the competition. Now today, you can actually ask for things and get them. And if you're a seller, the hope is different, but it's real. You're not doomed. You just have to price it right from day one. Get the price right and you'll still get offers. Get it wrong and you'll be chasing the market down. So the good news for both sides is the same. It's a selective market. The people who do their homework wins. So let's make this practical. Here's what you can do today. If you're buying, get pre-approved first. In a picky market, a clean qualified offer is in your leverage. Don't be afraid to negotiate. Those credits and repairs are back on the table, but stay realistic. The good home still moves, so if you love it and it's priced right, don't overplay your hand. Now, if you're selling, price it correctly out of the gate. Don't test the market because the market will test you right back. Handle the deferred maintenance before you list. Buyers, they won't pay you for your to-do list, and be flexible on the small stuff, the credits, the minor repairs to protect the big stuff, your price. guys. So here's the bottom line, keeping it real. Sacramento didn't crash and it didn't boom. It got selective. And selective market rewards the people who understands it and punishes the one who guesses. So if you're thinking about buying or selling in Sacramento and you want to know exactly where you stand, email me or book a 30-minute call on my Calendly link. The link is in the description. There's no pressure, no obligation, just a straight conversation about your situation. Thanks again for watching and sticking around. Make sure you hit that like button and subscribe if you haven't already, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye guys.